Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got another movie review. This one, now I actually meant to space these films out when rewatching them and to do the review, but I've been enjoying rewatching them so much that I just want to keep watching all of them as soon as possible. And I enjoy them so much because this is, after all, my favorite animation movie franchise of all time. So I can't think of anything else that has been this enjoyable to watch. Maybe Despicable Me, but I think I like these movies a lot more. So I am talking about Ice Age, and in particular about Ice Age Continental Drift, which is the fourth film in the franchise, and it's the sequel to Ice Age: Dawn of the Dinosaurs. Came out in 2012. It was directed by Steve Martino and Michael Termier, and returning voices of Ray Romano, John Leguizamo, Dennis Leary, Sean William Scott, Josh Peck, Queen Latifah, Chris Wedge, and this time you've got in the villainous roles Peter Dinklage, the voice of Peter Dinklage. I couldn't recognize him, to be honest. Jennifer Lopez, who will become the love interest for Diego, the character played by Dennis Leary, and Nicki Minaj and Drake. I'll be honest, I don't really recognize Nicki Minaj's voice or Drake's because I can't stand that kind of rap and hip hop kind of music. I do know who they are, you can't escape from them, but I think I've seen one song of Nicki Minaj, yeah, you know the one I'm talking about. I can't stand her. And I think I must have heard maybe like one or two songs of Drake, but I don't care. Anyway, so basically, Continental Drift. So it's Pangea still, and the continents are being split up. That's basically caused once again by Scrat. Of course, he and his digging into the ice with the acorns. That's what happens. So yeah, the ice breaks into certain things like and is floating around, and they call them ships because you have the pirates of that particular age. Played by Peter Dinklage is Captain Gut, who is a Gigantopithecus. I've never heard of such a creature before, but he basically is like a big ape, kind of like a orangutan mixed with something else, like a gorilla. Wanda Sykes, oh yeah, I forgot about the Wanda Sykes plays really funny character, Granny, who is Sid's grandmother, and she's dumped onto Sid by his family, just like how they dumped him. She's older, so Granny is really funny, to be honest. And in Captain Gut's crew, you have Shira, who is his second in command, a Smilodon, much like Diego, and she basically gets separated from her crew. She initially tries to fight out and escape from Manny, Sid, and Diego, but ends up falling in love with Diego, he with her. You have Josh Gad, who plays a mole hog, Louis, who's their daughter's now teenage daughter Peaches, her best friend. Kiki Palmer voices up Peaches. I forgot about these characters. Nick Frost voices Flynn, who's an elephant seal. Aziz Ansari is Squint, a Paleolagus. I have no idea, I've never heard about these. Drake plays another teenage mammoth on whom Peaches has got a crush. Nicki Minaj plays Steffi, is another mammoth, who's initially Ethan's girlfriend, and she kind of like makes fun of her. Alan Tudyk voices a couple of characters, Milton, who's Sid's father, and a siren, a male siren. Kunal Nair as Gupta, Bengali badger. Rebel Wilson as Raz, a Proctopteron. Jeez. Anybody else I recognize? That's kind of it. Patrick Stewart, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Patrick Stewart at the very end of the movie plays Aristocratle. He's supposed to be like Socrates or something like that. A saber-toothed squirrel from Scratlantis. Yeah, so this movie is basically about the two families getting separated. Ellie and Peaches, as well as the two uncles of Peaches, that is Crash and Eddie. They're all stuck on land and trying to get to one particular point, and Manny, Diego, and Sid, along with Shira initially, are on this floating piece of ice. They're trying to find land, and that's when they run into they run into the pirates first, and then they, when they they destroy the ship, the ice piece basically, floating ice, kind of they call the ship. That's when Shira unfortunately lands along with them. They rescue her from the water, but initially she wants to get back to being part of the crew with Captain Gut, but then she realizes that he basically uses them, and these people are the team that they're supposed to be against is more understanding, accepting, and caring. She realizes, and she also starts falling for Diego. So now we've got an additional person into and another additional lady in the crew with Shira, and she helps them to get the better of Captain Gut and the others, and they finally reach land all together as a family, reunited, and they also got Granny with them. Granny's got this pet whale. It's like a huge whale, who she calls Precious. That was really funny. Yeah, I know she's been feeding fruit, and then she comes to their rescue as well. I didn't recognize Captain Gut's voice as Peter Dinklage, to be honest. It sounds very different. Some people you really can get it. Like for example, Jennifer Lopez as Shira. If you know Jennifer Lopez's voice, you definitely know it. I wasn't really familiar with Dennis Leary, but his voice is very familiar. Once you hear it, it's going to be this. But people like Peter Dinklage really got a knack for voice acting, and even Manny for that matter is you recognize his voice if you've seen Everybody Loves Raymond. But I think the cream of the crop is definitely in this is Sid with John Leguizamo's voice with that slur at the end. Yeah. So anyway, really fun movie. I will give it an 8 out of 10. It isn't the best, but it's definitely up there. The movie was made on a budget of $95 million and made $877 million at the box office. So yeah, a pretty good movie. We got just one more movie with all of these characters in the final movie that we have, but then we also have one spin-off movie as well. So yeah, what's that? Pretty soon, and have the review up. But I love this series. I'll give it an 8. Have a good night.